Hello students, in this video we discuss some special kind of second order partial differential equation. These are first wave equation, then we study heat equation and Laplace equation. The general wave equation is given by del 2 u is equals to 1 by c square del 2 u upon del t square. Here c is non-negative real constant. Normally we can see wave equation in sound, water waves, or acoustic or electromagnetic field. In one-dimensional space, wave equation is given by del 2u upon del x square is equals to 1 upon c square del 2u upon del t square. Here x and t are two independent variable and u is dependent variable. T represents time parameter and x represents any dimension. In two-dimensional system, the wave equation is given by del 2u upon del x square plus del 2u upon del y square is equals to 1 upon c square del 2u upon del t square. Similarly, in three-dimensional it is given by del 2u upon del x square plus del 2u upon del y square plus del 2u upon del z square equals to 1 upon c square del 2u upon del t square. Second, general heat equation is given by del u upon del t is equals to k del 2u. Here k is again a constant. It's known as thermal diffusivity constant. So in one-dimensional space, heat equation is given by del u upon del t k times del 2u upon del x square. Similarly in three dimension, it's del u upon del t is equals to k times del 2u upon del x square plus del 2u upon del y square plus del 2u upon del z square. And the third special equation is Laplace equations. It's given by del 2u equals to 0. Or in two-dimensional space, it is given by del 2u upon del x square plus del 2u upon del y square equals to 0. This is also known as harmonic equation. And in three-dimensional space, Laplace equation is given by del 2u upon del x square plus del 2u upon del y square plus del 2u upon del z square equals to 0. Now we will look how to solve. First we discuss how to solve heat equation under some given condition. Here we will use the method of separation of variable, which we have already discussed in previous lecture. So here we have a problem. Find the solution of the differential equation del u upon del t is equals to k times del 2u upon del x square. This is an heat equation. For the conditions, under these conditions we are to find solution for this problem. Under the conditions, u does not tends to infinity, for t tends to infinity. Whenever time tends to infinity, u must not tends to infinity. It must have some finite value. Second condition is del u upon del x is equals to 0 for x is equals to 0 and x is equals to L. For some initial point x is equals to 0 and at a finite point x is equals to L, del u upon del x is equals to 0. And u is equals to Lx minus x square for t is equals to 0. Initially at time t is equals to 0 and for x lie between 0 and L, u must be given by Lx minus x square. So under these three conditions we are to find solution for this equation, which is an heat equation. So let's suppose by separation of variable method, solution u is given by x, some function of x only, and capital T, which is function of t only. When we differentiate u partial with respect to x and t, we get del u upon del x is equals to dx upon dx t, as x is a function of single independent variable. So here we use ordinary derivative. U is function of two independent variable x and t. That's why we use here partial derivative. Del u upon del x is equals to dx upon dx t. And second order derivative is del 2u upon del x square is d2x upon dx square into t. And when we differentiate it partially with respect to small t, we get del u upon del t is equals to x times dt upon dt. Now putting the value of these two derivatives in given equation, which is equation number 1, we get x dt upon dt is equals to k times t d2x upon dx square. When we separate t and x, we get 1 upon kt dt upon dt is equals to 1 upon x d2x upon dx square. Taking these both equals to lambda. Now using first and third fraction we can obtain the value of capital T, and using second and third we can obtain the value of capital X. Here we can choose the value of lambda. It might be positive, it might be negative or 0. So first we take lambda is equals to minus c square. In that case, from equation third, it becomes dt upon dt plus, when we shift this term into the left hand part, it becomes minus k lambda t, and we putting the value of lambda is equals to minus c square, it becomes dt upon dt plus k times c square t is equals to 0. And from equation number 4, when we put lambda is equals to minus c square, it becomes d2x upon dx square plus c square x. This is a linear differential equation of first order, and this is a differential equation of second order with, or linear differential equation of second order with the constant coefficient. So we can solve these both equation. So first we solve dt upon dt plus k c square t is equals to 0. It gives us log t. When we integrate it, we get log t plus k c square t is equals to log c1. c1 is arbitrary constant, so log c1 is some arbitrary constant. Shifting log c1 into left hand part and shifting k c square into right hand part, it gives us log t minus log c1 is equals to minus k c square t. Or when we simplify it, we get t is equals to c1 exponential minus k c square t. Here c1 is arbitrary constant. And from second equation, which is d2x upon dx square plus c square x is equals to 0, which is an linear ordinary differential with constant coefficient, its solution will be given by x is equals to c2 cos cx plus c3 sin cx. When we solve it, when its auxiliary equation m is square plus c square, so roots are m is equals to plus minus iota c, and in the case of imaginary root, the cf is given by c1 cos x plus c2 sin x in that form. So x is equals to c2 cos cx plus c3 sin cx. As c1 we already have taken, that's why we use here c2 and c3. Now we put the value of x and t in equation number 2, which is the assumed solution uxt is equals to x into t. So it becomes c2 cos cx plus c3 sin cx into c1 exponential minus k c square t. C1 is arbitrary constant, C2 and C3 also are arbitrary constant. When C1 and C2 multiply, it gives some another arbitrary constant, say it is B. And C1, C3 constituted and construct another arbitrary constant, say B. So U is equals to A cos Cx plus B sin Cx into exponential minus k c square t, in the case when lambda is equals to minus c square. Now if we take the value of lambda as 0, in that case equation 3rd and 4, here if we put the value of lambda is equals to 0, it gives us dt upon dt is equals to 0. It means t is equals to some constant. From here d2x upon dx square is equals to 0. It gives us a linear equation. When we integrate it twice, we get ax plus b is equals to 0. So from third and fourth, when we put lambda is equals to 0, it gives us capital D is equals to constant and capital X is equals to C2x plus C3, and put these value in solution which is given by 2. It gives us uxt is equals to C2x plus C3 into C1. Say uxt is equals to ax plus b. This is the solution in the case when lambda is equals to 0. And if lambda is given by c square, in that case uxt will be a exponential cx plus b exponential minus cx into exponential kc square t. Suppose if we put lambda is equals to positive lambda is equals to c square here, it gives us dt plus minus kc square t is equals to 0. It gives us d2x upon dx square minus c square x is equals to 0. So its auxiliary equation will be m square minus c square. So the roots are m is equals to plus minus c. So in that case CF will CF will be exponential plus Cx and exponential minus Cx. A exponential Cx plus B exponential minus Cx will be solution of this equation. And this is a linear equation. Its solution in case of lambda is equals to plus C square will be T is equals to some arbitrary constant exponential positive here kc square T. So in case of lambda is equals to plus C square, solution will be uxt is equals to a exponential Cx plus b exponential minus Cx into k into exponential k c square T. Here when t tends to infinity, this terms exponential term tending to infinity, so ultimately u tends to infinity. Here the first condition, which is u should not tends to infinity, u does not tends to infinity for t tends to infinity, does not satisfy here. That's why the third solution, which is about lambda is equals to c square, is not acceptable. So we'll reject it. Now from equation 5, which is about lambda is equals to minus c square, we differentiate it partially with respect to x. So we get del u upon del x is equals to minus ac sin cx plus bc cos cx into exponential minus kc square t. Now here we use second given condition, which says here del u upon del x is equals to 0 for x is equals to 0 and x is equals to L. So in that derivative del u upon del x, we will put the value of x is equals to 0 and we will put the value x is equals to L. When we put x is equals to 0 here, del u upon del x becomes 0, and when x is equals to 0, this term becomes 0, cos cx become 1, here remaining term is bc into exponential minus kc square t is equals to 0, because c is not equals to 0, because if c is equals to 0, lambda becomes 0, so c is not equals to 0, and exponential term is not equals to 0, so ultimately we have b is equals to 0. From x is equals to 0 and del u upon del x is equals to 0, it gives us b is equals to 0. Now we will put x is equals to L, same time del u upon del x is equals to 0, so putting here del u upon del x is equals to 0 when x is equals to L, it gives us minus ac sin cl plus bc cos cl is equals to 0. When we solve it using this b equals to 0, it gives us minus ac sin cl is equals to 0. From here we get sin cl is equals to 0. As a and c are not equals to 0, sin cl will be 0. It implies cl should be equals to n pi, where n is some natural number. So c is equals to n pi upon L, and n is some natural number. So putting this value, the solution 5, which is about lambda is equals to minus c square, will be uxt is equals to a cos n pi x upon L exponential minus k n square pi square upon L square t. Now from 6th, which is about lambda is equals to 0, when we differentiate uxt is equals to ax plus b, it gives us del u upon del x is equals to a constant. And when we use second condition, which says at x is equals to 0 and at x is equals to L, del u upon del x it must be 0, it gives us a is equals to 0. It means when lambda is equals to 0, u is equals to b only. So the general solution of given equation can be can be written as combining 9th and 8th. 8th is about lambda is equals to minus c square, 9th is about lambda is equals to 0. So uxt is equals to b plus summation a n cos n pi x upon L exponential minus n square pi square L square k into t. Now we use third condition to get the value of these arbitrary constant b and an. Third condition says u is equals to Lx minus x square. From here we have third condition, u is equals to Lx minus x square when t is equals to 0. So in the solution we will put the value t is equals to 0. When we put here t is equals to 0, it becomes Lx minus x square. U is equals to Lx minus x square is equals to b plus summation an cos n pi x upon l, for x lie between 0 and l. This is nothing but a half range Fourier series about cosines. This is half range cosine Fourier series. So we can obtain the value of b and an. This is in Fourier series term, this is a0 and this is an. We can find the value of a0 using the formula a0 is equals to 1 upon l 0 to l fx dx, and an is given by 2 by l integration from 0 to l fx cos n pi x upon l dx. So applying this formula we can obtain the value of b and an. So using this formula, b is l square by 6, and from this formula an is given by 2 by l integration from 0 to l Lx minus x square cos n pi x upon l dx. Now we will integrate this using by parts. When we integrate it, we get this term. After putting the limit 0 to l, we get this, and as we know cos n pi is minus 1 raised to power n, sin n pi is 0, so it becomes 0. Cos n pi is minus 1 raised to power n. From here we will take outside l square, l cube upon n square pi square. 1l cancel out, so it becomes 2l square upon n square pi square. Here minus cos n pi minus 1. In place of cos n pi we will write minus 1 raised to power n, and this minus 1 taking we outside, so it becomes minus 2l square upon n square pi square, and in bracket we have minus 1 raised to power n plus 1. Now when we put the value n, which is a natural number, if we put 1, 2, 3, when n is 1 it becomes minus 1 plus 1, it gives us 0. When n is 2 it becomes 1 and 1, 2, it gives us minus 4l square upon n square pi square. When n is equals to 3, again it gives 0, and when n is 4 it gives us minus 4l square n square pi square. So when n is even, solution the value of an is minus 4l square upon n square pi square, and when the n is odd, the value of an is 0. So we can replace n by 2m. In place of n we can put 2m. In that case u become l square by 6 plus summation minus 4l square upon 4m square. In place of n, when we put 2m, it gives us 4m square. 4m square pi square cos 2m. In place of n we will put 2m, so it becomes cos 2m pi x upon l. Exponential, here we have minus n square pi square, it becomes minus 4m square pi square upon l square kt, or it can be written as in this way. So that's all about how to solve heat equation. Okay, thank you.